Well, welcome back, and I hope you had a good Christmas. Wish you all a happy New Year, of course. Now, this time it's a bit different. It's more kitchenalia than old audio equipment. And you see before you there what was my mother's Melita 1970s coffee machine. But nothing compared to this item. This kettle was made in July 1940 and is still giving good service. They don't make them like they used to, do they? But the other day we went to Asda, otherwise known as Chavda, and found on the recycling bins, well, beside the recycling bins, this Kenwood A701A food mixer. And it was all there except for the beater. And the strange thing is that this is really, really old. They started making these in the 60s, this particular model, and they were made through the 70s. And it all works. Amazing. Why would you want to throw it away? It was a bit grubby, and I've had to get another K beater for it, but it does power up and it does run. Despite having been rained on, we carefully dried it out here. And so there we are. I don't know much about these things except that they were stonkingly expensive in their time. There's a high-speed drive under here for a liquidizer attachment or coffee grinder or whatever. Then another drive here which really needs another cap on it, and then a slow speed drive here for a mincing machine or shredder or whatever. But it's all there and it's cleaned up really nicely. And there it was, about to be thrown away. They really don't know what to throw away next, do they, people nowadays? It's a dreadfully wasteful society we live in. And despite the fact that this is so old, I was able to easily get another beater for it. The bowl was with it, so that was no problem. And underneath, I've even managed to get hold of the correct colour rubber feet for it. How about that? This hadn't been used in a good while. The lead was all coiled up and was done up with one of those old paper and wire freezer bag ties. You remember those? Yeah, you're showing your age a bit if you do. And there's the original plug that was on it. And they put a 13 amp fuse in it. I've replaced it with a 5. The motor, I believe, is rated at 450 watts. And it might be worth changing the suppression capacitor or capacitors, because it is rather ancient. A bit of a smell of ozone when you start the whole thing up. And it sounds as if it's got some kind of very early electronic motor control, doesn't it? Because this is infinitely variable. There aren't any notches as such, only when you initially turn it on. So yeah, quite a thing in its day, and certainly didn't deserve to be thrown away and just dumped to the skip, taken away to wherever and melted down and made into rubbish from China or wherever. And as I say, the strange thing is you can get nearly all the parts for these But you try getting hold of the parts for, say, a mixer bought in Tesco's last year, and you won't get it because they don't supply spares, do they? They want it to fail, and then you'll go and buy another even bigger heap of crap. Oh dear, yes, I know, I'm getting old and sensible. Mustn't be sensible nowadays, must we? Anyway, I hope you're keeping warm in the Northern Hemisphere, if you can, and if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're lucky buggers because you've still got nice sun and warmth and So I will see you again soon. We've got a few projects in the offing. An old Philips music centre to do up from the 70s with the old EL3302 based mechanism in it. Bizarrely, the record deck has a GP215 style cartridge, and the bloke said he hadn't got the heart to take it to the tip. He bought it for his 18th birthday, and it just seems such a shame to bin it. And I have to say, I absolutely agree. Same as this old crock, the Kenwood A701A food mixer. See you again soon.